The next one was asking the right question. I thought that was really interesting.
Asking the right question.
Like asking right questions is how they word it in the report.
Okay.
Knowing how to get to the information that you are seeking, I think is what that means.
Right. Wow. Okay. So how do we allow students to do that?
Well, I mean, my brain goes to the Wicked Hydra Edu Protocol.
Oh, dude. I love Hydra.
So for people that aren't familiar with the Wicked Hydra Edu Protocol, essentially envision a mind mapping situation, but instead of ideas and statements, it is limited to only building questions, planning a work plan.
Right. I mean,
I don't profess to know how to implement all of these things, but I'm starting to turn my thinking there. That's what I'm doing.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talk about executive functioning.
So, you start with a prompt and you ask questions off of that, and then branching question, further and further and further. Yeah. It's always garbage.
Oh, yeah.
I have seen when I do Wicked Hydra with my students, the first time it's garbage. Which really it reminds me that students really don't. Well, I believe that we have trained students to stop asking questions.
Yeah, it's much easier to just here's the answer, memorize the answer.
Yeah. And then the other two, just to kind of get into them a little bit, was self-confidence.
Self-confidence is a skill,
and so I love that. Asking right questions.
And students really understand that language.
They understand it.
And can pick that up pretty readily. Where it's just like, if you frame things in terms of you are practicing skills, and there is a skill tree. Like it doesn't mean that like once you master this one math concept, you're done with math.
Yeah. It's a skill that
valued. I mean, I can see that in business, like business leaders are always like, oh, you have to
present yourself.
But like,
self-confidence that you are worthy of being there. It has to do with public speaking. They recognizing your worth in the place where you find yourself.
Yep.
But we never really give students the opportunity to do that for themselves. The ability to communicate logically.
Being able to command a room, being able to hold attention.
All of that stuff. And boy, we've got a lot of work to do with that one right now. Right? Like the social anxiety, at least in the students that I see frequently.
Yeah.
That is a very common thing.
But yeah, no, I totally relate to that.
They don't want to talk. They don't want to publicly present their ideas, even when they're passionate about them.
Yeah, you almost have to trick them into doing it, which is Edu Protocols is great. So I teach that music class as well, right? And I've noticed in the past this is my 5th year doing it.